Hey guys, Mr. Short here. This is Monday, February 8th, and this week we're going to be discussing the roles that computers play in problem solving. Okay, the objectives for this week is students will be able to describe how information can be processed to solve a particular problem. Students will be able to identify the information an app would need to be provided as input in order to process a given output. Now, the first part of class we discussed, the first few weeks of class we discussed problem solving. We talked about the steps of the problem solving process. We talked about what a problem is, how we go about solving problems, the methods we use. The last couple of weeks we've talked about computers and the parts of a computer, and now we're going to put those things together and we're going to discuss the roles that computers play in problem solving. Okay, so after you look at your objectives, the next thing you're going to do, you're going to go to the page that looks like this. It says, what does processing look like? Okay, so we're going to discuss processing right here. So if you look, we talked about an input, right? And an input, again, is something that can be put into a computer. Okay, things that we use to put in things into a computer would be things such as a keyboard. A keyboard is an input device. Another thing we use for putting information into a computer would be things like microphones. We use microphones, keyboards, mouses. Those are always good input devices. Our output devices would be things such as your monitor on your cell phone or your laptop, your speakers, or even a printer. Okay, those are your output devices. So what happens in between the time that we use an input to put information into a computer, from the time we do that to the time we get something out of a computer and output, that's where your processing and storage takes place. Okay, so this is what that looks like. This is a picture of what that looks like. Okay, so you're going to input goes into the process. It takes the information that's stored, processes it with the input, and it produces an output. So this is just a picture of what that process looks like. Okay, I kind of wanted to give you guys a visual for that. All right, so you're gonna hit next. Okay, solving everyday problems. This is a really good TED Talk. I want you to watch this right here and really think about the role that this individual played in problem solving. Okay, this guy was 17 years old when he had a pretty significant impact on a lot of people using the problem solving process and using computers and computer science. Okay, so I want you to watch that. When you do that, you're going to go to this next TED Talk, problem solving like a computer programmer. Really good TED Talk. This is a little bit longer. It's about 14 minutes. But again, this is the way that a computer programmer would think and solve problems to mimic that of a computer. Okay, so you're going to watch that. And this is kind of what I'm excited about this week. I want to see your guys' take on this. All right, so I want you to look at this picture right here. Okay, obviously this is some type of camera with some type of software on it, okay? Here's an actual lady holding a sign, and here's the software being used in this camera here to do something with this sign, okay? So your assignment, this is your journal entry for the week. Your assignment is to look at this picture and answer these two questions. What problem does this software address? And then what role does input, output, processing, and storage play in this software application? Okay, you're going to answer that in a text box. It's worth 5 points. It's your only graded assignment for the week. Okay, but I'm interested to see what you guys say with this journal entry here. All right, so again, we're going to go back and just take a look at the objectives for this week, things we're going to be talking about in class, and then Wednesday. I did notice that there wasn't very many of you guys on Wednesday's Google Meet. Guys, I'm always available 1 o'clock to 2 o'clock on Wednesdays. If you need help or if you just want to talk or have any questions about the lesson, just always jump on that Google Meet from 1 o'clock to 2 o'clock. If you need to know where it's at, again, always go to home. this little green sticky note on the cork board here. If you click that, okay, it's going to take you to my Mr. Short's office hours. See, there I am. So that's where you're going to go on Wednesday from 1 o'clock to 2 o'clock if you need help or have any questions. All right, so let's go back to the module real quick. Look at these objectives one more time. Students will be able to describe how information can be processed to solve particular problems. Identify the information an app would need to be provided as input in order to process a given output. All right, so again, that's what we're doing this week. We're taking the problem-solving process and we're combining it with computers, and we're showing how computers are very important and how computers are very useful when it comes to the problem-solving process. All right. Again, if you guys have any questions, if you need any help with anything, feel free to shoot me an email, send me a message in Canvas, and I will certainly be glad to help you. Again, grades are being transferred from Canvas to PowerSchool. That took place this weekend. So you can look on PowerSchool and see your updated grade for the 9 weeks. If you have any questions, let me know. There's still some of you guys that have not completed assignments, and you're going to be getting zeros on those assignments until you get those complete. All right, so it's very important we get those assignments complete. If you have any questions or you need any help, just let me know. All right, I hope you guys have a great week, and I will talk to you soon.